I'm sitting in my car, bored. I brought cutie pie to the gym because Tabang was supposed to bring her, but then he decided to go somewhere else. So as a result, I'm sitting here and I'm bored. And I'm thinking how about women who are 50 years old and older and who are single. I've heard a couple of people who have said that it's very difficult to date at that age, and maybe that's why some of the people, some people will even ask you to say to you that if you want to divorce at 50 or older, where will you go? It's basically because now I realize, although for me that question it's irritating, and it looks like, when you reach 50 or older, then you become redundant or you become unlovable or something like that to an extent that when you are supposed to divorce, if you are in a toxic marriage and you no longer want to be there, then you have to think about where will you go, because it's very interesting that people can ask you such a question to say, where will you go if you want to divorce? Because I'm asking myself, if you are younger than 50 and you decide to divorce, where do you go? Because it's like this person is expecting you to move out of the house and go somewhere, and as a result, they think you are desperate to such an extent that you will want to stay in a marriage which doesn't work. So but basically the reason for this life is not to talk about those people who are asking, where will you go if you divorce at a certain age, especially if you are 50 and older. The purpose of this life is to just talk about the challenges that are being experienced by people who are 50 years or older in terms of dating. And one of the things, although I'm not single at the moment, and I'm older than 50, one of the things that I've realized when you reach this age is that, sure, you become picky. There are so many things that you look at in a partner, to an extent that, if I was single, I don't think at this moment in time I'll be dating anybody. I have become so picky and choosy. I look at so many things in a partner, to an extent that I don't think it was going to be easy for me to date just anybody. I remember when I was still young, in my 20s, because the first time when I got married, I was 20, 21, yeah. Lobola was paid for me when I was 20, and then I got married after turning 21. Then my second marriage, I think I was 30. It was in 2004. So I was 33 years old with my second marriage. And in both instances, the only thing that I was interested in at the time was the fact that I love this person. I did not bother about anything else in relation to going into marriage with those people. But at this moment in time, when I'm sitting down and thinking, I think I will struggle if I have to go back and be single and look for a partner. It's going to be a very, very difficult time for me, because now all of a sudden there are so many things that I think as a woman you look at in terms of the type of person that you want to get married to. It's no longer only about love, because in your 20s and 30s, the only thing that you are interested in is the fact that you are in love with this person, which is wrong. And for me, I think in another lifetime I will never get married at the age of 20 or 30. If I have to choose, I will maybe, because as a woman you are even forced to, sometimes you are forced to get married because you want to have kids, and having kids at a certain age will not be possible. But in another lifetime, I won't get married at 20 and 30. And for me, that's it's my opinion. Each and every person has got their own preferences, and they also have their own way of thinking. So as a result, please don't take this as a imposition on anybody in terms of which age it's appropriate for you to get married. We all experience marriage in different ways. So as a result, this is in no way saying to anybody that you should not get married to at the age of 20 or 30. This is just my opinion to say that in another lifetime I will never get married at the age of 20 or 30. For me, that was the biggest mistake that I made, because at that time I did not know exactly what is it that I was looking for in a partner. So at this moment in time, if I were to go back, it was going to be very, very difficult for me to have a partner, because maybe it's because of my experience. As you grow older, you experience a lot of things which you will not have gone through. And for me, my father, as much as my father was a darling in terms of so many things, my father was very strict. And that on its own contributed to me getting married at a very early age. Because you will not even think of going anywhere if my father was not around, because when he comes back, you will get a beating of your life. So as a result, I grew up under very strict conditions under my father. But he was not only doing that to me or anybody in our household who was a girl. He was doing that to all of us, including the boys. We had a curfew at 6 o'clock. We were supposed to be home. The household chores were being done by all of us. We took turns in terms of waking up, because he used to wake up very early in the morning to go to work. Then we'll take turns in terms of waking up. It will be this one's turn this week, the other week it's somebody else, just like that. And all of us were like that. There was only 2 of us who were girls. It was myself and my sister. So as a result, the rest of the people in the house were boys. But he expected each and every person to do the household chores, and he expected each and every person to be home by 6 o'clock. You were not allowed to go and gallivant and come at 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock because you are a boy. In his house, there was democracy. That's one thing that I liked about my father. So as a result, we grew up in a very controlled environment. Me, I was even worse, because I grew up as a model child. I was one of those kids that you'll admire to have, because I did everything right. I excelled at school. On top of that, I did not run around with boys. I did not like boys at all. And as a result, that's one of the reasons that I got married to the person that I dated when I was still in high school, and we continued when I went to university. So as a result, I think in a way, because of how strict my father was, in a way I wanted freedom. I remember at one stage I was saying to somebody that, you know what, should my marriage fail at some stage, it will be the fault of my father, because in a way he pushed me go out and get married because he was very strict. So in a way, maybe I wanted freedom to go and be able to do things on my own, and or maybe not necessarily to just for me to be able to do things on my own, and be able to do whatever that I want to do. Although because of how I grew up, it's still very difficult for me to be. I've never been a wild person, so even today it's very difficult. Most of the time, if you know me, I spend my time at home. On weekends, in some instances, I will spend the whole weekend without going anywhere. I'll just be indoors. So as a result, even at this age, it's still very difficult for me to do as I please, go there and there, be there all over the place. It's very difficult for me because that's not how I grew up. So as a result, I'm looking at myself and saying to myself, if I got married at this age, or if I was in actual fact, let me say, if I was single at this age, I don't think I was ever going to get married. I am so choosy about the type of partner that I want in my life. And it's funny, because I look at, and maybe that's one of the reasons I've never gone out with an older person who's older. Let's say, for instance, I have never dated anybody who's more than 5 years older than me. So as a result, I think it's basically because of that. Because for me, it's now showing that I was never going to be able to date an older man, because when I look at people who are supposed to be my age mate at this moment in time, I know for sure that most of them will not pass my test at all. I will not even look at them twice. There are so many things, some of the things I can't say exactly what is it that I'm seeing in older men, and maybe that's why some older women go for younger men. Although in my case, I will never go for a younger man, but I understand why some of the older women go for younger men, because there are so many things with older men which just turns me off completely, to an extent that I won't date those people. Never ever. In another lifetime, if I can meet them, I can't date them. So it's understandable why people are struggling to have partners at age 50 or if they are older. It's very difficult. Your choices becomes slimmer, and it's because we become choosy and picky and all sorts of things. You look at so many things in a relationship, to an extent that it's no longer about love. So in another lifetime, I will be single at this age. I won't be married. I'm only married at this moment in time because I got married for the second time at age 33, and as a result, that's why I'm here. Otherwise, if it was not because of that, I will be single, honestly. And I don't blame anybody who's 50 or older and single. It's very difficult, guys. And for me, I think it was even going to be more difficult because I don't think I'm a very friendly. I don't look friendly at all. When you look at me, especially if you don't know me, you won't like me. I don't look friendly, and I've never looked friendly. Even when I was still in school, those people that went to school with me, they were afraid to talk to me. So as a result, I've always been this person that especially men, they are just afraid of me, unless they know me. The only men that are comfortable around me are those that know me. But if you don't know me, there's no way that you can be you can just say to me, hi, how are you, and all those things. It's difficult. I can't remember any man saying hi to me or hello. It's only those guys, the only guys who have guts. Before I forget, it's the guys in my inbox, those guys, and it's because they have never seen me. That's why they have those guts. If they can see me, they are not going to talk to me, because I don't look friendly at all. Some of the people have said to me that, it's like ke tla ba roga ha ba ka bua something. So as a result, most of the men they don't even bother to greet me unless they know me. So baba di inbox ba bona, problem ya bona ke gore ba ha ba nkitse. That is why ba nna le dikatse tsa go ya ko inboxing ya, and then tell me gore, hey, you are beautiful, hi the whole day a bua le one. But I want them, ke batla tsatsi le lengwe you must come and see me, Lona, so that you can see gore can you say hi to me. You will never be able to do that. So I can see I can't see properly. I mean, it's dark in here. She's saying I'm 45 and I'm struggling to find one. I guess it's because you are getting closer to 50, and you must be choosy in terms of the type of person that you are looking for, and that's why you are struggling. Gabo are rona ra iphelela ga re batle banna o lapile gabo, ene mare ba lapisa banna ba nowadays ebile ba worse gore ba ba gone yananyana o kare ba loilwe. They are worse than before no kare ba beterenyana. So as a result, ba ke bona ba etsang gore o sa tlhola ba batla. I understand, mari it's because, hey, at this age it's very difficult, man. I can see that. So I just wanted to talk about that, because it's one of those things that when I'm sitting down and I'm thinking, why are so many women struggling with regards to finding their partners? So thank you very much, guys, who were watching this live. I just wanted to share this experience with yourselves. I'm speaking from a privileged point of view, but this is just my observation. When you are not facing a situation, you may think that you know everything, but people who are sitting in that situation knows much better than me. But this is just my observation in terms of myself, as to why it becomes difficult. No, you should not, Kirumila, you should never give up on love. That one, as much as I'm saying it's difficult to be in a partnership, in a relationship, I'm not saying you should give up on love. Hona le batho out there who are loving and will give you the love that you deserve. So don't ever give up on love. That one I always preach about, to say that whatever that might have happened in your previous or current relationship should not make you think that it's going to be like that the whole time. One of these days I'll go live and talk about soulmates, and you will understand better why sometimes you'll be sitting in a relationship and only to find that the person that you are not married to, or that you are in a relationship with, does not treat you well. and when they find their soulmate, then things change. So I'll go live to talk about soulmates. There's something that I found out about soulmates and being married to another person's soulmate. So that's it. That was the reason why I wanted to go live. So thank you very much for watching. I'll tell you when I go live about soulmates. I have a lot of experience, guys. I wish you could become a psychologist after experiencing life, whereby somehow because of your experience you are just given a license to become a psychologist. I think I can become a better psychologist as compared to those people who are always preaching about this and that without having experienced that. There was a video that I posted of Vusi Tembakwayo, where he was talking about, where he was saying that he will not want to be advised by a person to listen to a marriage counselor who has never been divorced. And I agreed fully with him. Some of these people are advising us on things that they know nothing about. So I wish we could be given a license to be psychologists, so that we can share our experiences with people in terms of what we have gone through this life, because the experiences are not the same as theory, especially if you have experienced something yourself. It's never the same. And I always say that until you experience the exact same thing that another person has experienced, you will never understand what that person went through. So as a result, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for watching this live and for those comments. Thank you. Bye.